Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Cover the Spread here for Thursday, May 8th, 2025. Just before we get to those three plays we got rolling here on the Thursday slate of action. Not the biggest card we got rolling, but definitely I think we got ourselves some winners cooked up for you here on this Thursday. And hey, if you're new to Cover the Spread, welcome aboard. Glad to have you. Make sure you subscribe. And hey, while you're down there subscribing, toss us that like button as well. Greatly appreciated. Helps us out a ton. And hey, if let us know what you think in the comments section as well about the games we cover. Kick it on over to Ramon to see how Ramon's day is doing. Then we'll kick it on over to Al, see how he's doing. And then we'll get to those plays for you here on this Thursday. Kick it over to Ramon. How you doing here, Ramon?
Hey, real good, Rod. It's been a pretty good week here. Brought some winners your way, including the Warriors on Tuesday night. We'll talk a little more Warriors here tonight, but it's Thursday, so we got to talk some baseball, and I'll have a baseball winner for you coming up.
Definitely. Let's get to it. Kick it on over to Al. How are you doing here on this Thursday, Al?
Yeah, going cold again. Thought I had a pretty easy layup there with the Dodgers to turn things around. Unfortunately, they decided to rest some guys, and they weren't the full strength Dodgers we were hoping for there. But still looking to bounce back here, and only a matter of time.
Me too. Rough start to the week. Man, I got burnt by them. How about them Celtics?
I didn't see that one coming. Huh?
Nobody's seen that one coming. I figured they would see a better effort from them in that one on Monday. Definitely, or on Tuesday it was, right? Tuesday's game there and that way. Yuck. It is what it is. It's Thursday. Let's get to today's action. We got a couple MLB we're looking at, and then we'll get to the NBA playoff game. First game we're looking at here is we got the Phillies taking on the Rays. This is Al's game. We're going to kick it on over to Al. What do you like hearing this one? Phillies or the Rays on Thursday?
Yeah, you got to love the way the Phillies have been playing lately. They've been the much hotter team. I think they have the better lineup, and they have a huge pitching advantage in this one with Jesus Luzardo getting the start against Ryan Pepiot. He's having the much better season with his 1.94 ERA, 1.18 whip, 47 strikeouts, just 11 walks. On the other side, you got Pepiot with his 4.23 ERA, 1.41 whip. Yeah, those are the type of numbers that this lineup can't take advantage of, and I think they do just that and get themselves a comfortable win here in Tampa. I'm looking at them on both the money line and the run line. I'm going to take a -1 here. If you're looking to not lay so much juice, go ahead and just take them run line. I think this is a game they should be able to cover easily. And, of course, I hate to say any bet is easy, especially after what we saw with the Dodgers, but it's a game they should win comfortably, and I'm taking the Phillies -1 here to get us started.
Headed on over to Ramon. What do you like hearing this one? Phillies or Rays on Thursday?
I'm down. If Al's giving out the Phils here, I'll move to the team total here and look to go over with the Phillies right now. They looked absolutely explosive in that game against the Rays on Tuesday night with 8 runs, and we saw some homers as well from Bohm. We saw homer from Schwarb. So you mentioned Pepiot and some of his issues, right? Home run issues, I think, is what he's got. He's got giving up usually 3 or 4 runs, it seems like, in his starts right now. So I think Schwarber, Bohm, they could capitalize on that weak Pepiot slider here a little bit. And with Steinbrenner Field, the wind kind of blows out there to right field. We see the ball get up in the air a little bit, and that's where they kind of take off. I think that's where we've seen the vulnerability in this park a little bit. So give me the Phillies team total over here on Thursday going up against Pepiot and the Rays.
Yeah, and definitely leaning that way as well. But I like the over here in this game. As you alluded to, this Philadelphia squad definitely can beat up the Rays. And you look what the Rays have been doing, especially when they lose games, sometimes they lose them pretty ugly. As you alluded to on that Tuesday, 8-4 they lost to. So we've seen 12 runs in that matchup on Tuesday. And what Pepiot's been doing, as you alluded to, those home runs, yeah, he's been giving up about 1.6 on average over his last 5. But he also gets in trouble with the walk. So He walks the guy, and then you get a bloop. So you get the bloop and the blast, and next thing you know, there's 2 more runs tacked on early on in this one. I think that's what happens here. And you look at his Luzardo starts; he's been pitching jams, but sometimes later you see the offensive fireworks, but you also see the offensive fireworks on the Philadelphia side. The last game out, hey, he pitched a gem, and the Phillies got the win. It was 10-4 in that matchup. So we've seen plenty of runs in Luzardo starts. 2 of his last 3 have equated to wins as well for the Phillies. 10 runs, 12 runs, 14 runs in those games. I expect to see the same here. More runs, but the heavy lifting done by Allen and his Phillies here in this one on Thursday. All right, let's head on over to the next game we got rolling here on the MLB action. And we're looking at where are we? We're on the Braves, I believe we are here in this one. The Braves are taking on the Cincinnati Reds. Lodolo on the mound against Schwellenbach. This is Ramon's game. We'll kick it on over to Ramon to get us started here in this one. Braves and the Reds on Thursday.
Yeah, Lodolo's got that good control. He's looking pretty good. He has a pretty high K rate here. The Reds kind of struggle here a little bit on the road for sure. And as mentioned, so far with the Braves, yes, they're off to a pretty good run here right now, starting to get a little bit of a winning streak going. Going to hope to get a little bit of pitching here from Spencer Schwellenbach. He's got that ERA under 4 right now. Lodolo comes in with a 3.27 ERA, but mostly it's just these Reds here right now. They've gone under in 7 of their last 10 heading into the game here, and same goes for the Braves. They've also been trending to the under here right now. So I just think Lodolo's in pretty good form here right now, and Spencer Schwellenbach doing a pretty good job as well. These 2 teams combined for just 4 runs back on Tuesday on the series opener. So I've got to go under here in this one. So far in the series, first 2 games of the series had 7 runs between the 2 teams. So here on getaway day, I'm going to end up going under with Cincinnati and Atlanta.
Heading on over to Al. What do you like here in this one? Cincinnati or Atlanta Thursday night?
I'm not going to disagree with Ramon on his pick on the total. Schwellenbach's been great, and Lodolo putting up what could be a career year for him. So kudos to him, and I hope he keeps it up. But I got to trust this. I still got to trust Schwellenbach better here. The Braves are still at home. I got to take the Braves on the side here. I think they get the job done. And again, just not going against this total. Maybe I would stick to the first 5 under rather than the full game under, but I like that play on the Braves, and best of luck to Ramon with that under.
And for me in this one, I'm going to go the other way. I like the Reds here in this one on Lodolo. I'm not a Schwelly guy in this one. He's pitching well, have a good start. Definitely love the under here with Ramon in this one. You look at what the Braves have been doing over the last week. 5-1 to that under in league games this year. 7-5 is this Braves team to the under. But the problem is in league games this year, they haven't been good. 4-9 are the Braves straight up on the money line in league games. Well, the Reds a little bit better, 7-8 in league games this season. But here in this one, I like Lodolo's chances, and I'm sure I'm going to get a nice little plus price to take the Cincinnati Reds here over the Braves. Just not a Schwelly guy. I think he has a half-decent start, but I like Lodolo a little better. Give me the Reds at the plus price in that matchup. All right, let's head on into the playoff action here. The NBA, we got the Warriors taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves here in this one. And, well, this is a 10.5. I see this line in the total. 201 in this one. We know the Curry news. Definitely he left that first game with about 12 minutes. He played 12 minutes and left. Dealing with an injury, and it's one of those injuries that's going to be a naggy injury. He's going to have to try to gut through it. He's sure going to try, but it's definitely not going to be 100% Curry if he does play here in this game too. But I like what I've seen from the Warriors, even when he left this game. We've seen plenty of guys step up and score some points. And who's going to be the shooter from behind the arc? Well, I'm quite fine with Buddy Hield shooting the ball from behind the three, increase his numbers. He went 5 for 8 in that last game from behind the arc. And man, who cares if he has to shoot 15 this game? Take up the bulk from Curry. I'm fine. Look what he's been doing. He can shoot the three just as good as Curry can. So I'm fine with that. I think this is just disrespecting the Warriors, and everybody's going to be jump this Timberwolves team going, it's a must win. And everybody's going to be like, oh, no Curry in this one either. Oh, this will be a cakewalk. I don't know. There's still some guys on the Warriors, including Jimmy Buckets, who can definitely score some points like he did in that first game. I don't know. I'm going to take the 10.5. I think it's just a disrespect to this Warriors squad. I think even without Curry, if he doesn't play, and even if he does play at 70% in this game, there's still too many points for the dog here. I'll take the Warriors plus the 10.5 we're getting in this one. Head on over to Ramon. What do you like here in this one? Warriors or Timberwolves here on Thursday?
Yeah, you got to figure Curry's going to miss this one, and who knows how many he'll miss. He's never had this injury, so we just don't know. So I figured no Curry here in this one on Thursday night, and I think that, look, we saw the last game, 99-88. You said it, Curry left early, and the game kind of changed a little bit. It was going way under early in Tuesday night's game, but it ended up only 187 points, I think, there in that one when the Warriors got that 11-point victory. So the Timberwolves had their own dysfunctionality, it felt like, in the game. So I kind of expect the same thing as you mentioned, kind of the description you had, Rod, of how it will go. Now, I do love what Hield has been doing, but I think the Warriors know now how they'll have to approach this game without Steph Curry here. So I'm going to end up going under in this game. I'll leave the side to you guys here in this one. But again, you figure Gobert in there and the way that they're still filling it up in the middle there for Minnesota. I just expect the Warriors to have to try to kind of map out the way they're going to go about it offensively. Yeah, they still have shooting weapons here, but they definitely shown some vulnerability inside. So I just figure, look, after they went under in the win against Houston, they went under in the win against Minnesota. Give them credit in those wins against those teams. I'm going under here, 201 in Thursday night's game with Minnesota and Golden State.
Headed on over to Al. What do you like here in this one? Warriors or Minnesota on Thursday?
Yeah, needless to say, this is going to be a tough spot without Curry, but you give me 10 points with pretty much anybody right now at this point in the playoffs, the season. I'm going to take them. And might not be my strongest play, but I still think they have, as Rod was saying, so they still have some good players on this team that can compete with the Timberwolves. If you like the Timberwolves, I might look at them early. But even the first quarter is starting to get away from us at 3.5. I'm not rushing to lay more than a possession there. Anything could, miss a couple buckets, the Warriors make a couple threes, and, you blow that line in the first quarter. But as for right now, I'm leaning towards the points with the Warriors, and I also kind of agree with Ramon that without Curry there, I think it was going to be a slower paced offense for the Warriors. He can always bail them out any second with a shot from anywhere on the court. They're not going to have that. So they're going to have to work for some shots a bit harder than they're used to. And I think that slows them down a little bit. And I kind of agree on the under. It's a very low total, so that kind of is why it's not that strong a play for me either. But I do think it stays under 200.
Nice. And as I'll just update the Curry thing. Curry will not play here in Game 2. It's been revealed that he's got that left hamstring strain, and it's a grade 1 hamstring strain. And the approximate missed, or how many days it takes the average NBA player to heal from that injury, is about 10 days. So if he takes those 10 days off and be ready to go, there's a chance that he can be back here for Game 6 or Game 7 if the series goes that long for Curry.
I always hate that when you get that pop. I don't know if you guys have had it. I've had it. Get that pop back there, and you're in trouble.
But no tear or anything. So that's a good sign that it's just a sprain instead of we hear that pop, and sometimes you're like, Oh, that might not be good. Sometimes it's just me getting out of bed as well. I'm getting up there in age. Sometimes and make crackling sounds as we get up. It might be me grunting and groaning sometimes as you get up, because that's just the way it is as you get older.
Makes me cringe thinking about the old when I was a great athlete.
Definitely. That wraps it up here for the Thursday slate of games. As always, I'm excited for these action that we got rolling here today on the Thursday. Quick little recap before we head on out. First game we looked at was the Phillies taking on the Rays. This is Al's game. He says lay the -1 there with the Phillies. Next game we looked at, we got Ramon. We were looking at the Reds taking on the Atlanta Braves here in this one. Ramon says it's going to be a pitcher's duel between these two squads, lower scoring type game. Take the under. We figure 8.5 here in this one. The total. Take the under in this one. And then looking at the Warriors and the Timberwolves, I still think this is disrespected, even with Curry not playing here. We'll grab the Warriors plus the 10.5. I still think they keep it close with this Minnesota squad here in game 2. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you. As always, hey, let us know what you think about these 3 games we selected here on this Thursday in the comments section below. And as always, let's cover the spread here, because that's what we're doing. So I think I jumped the gun a little. So we're gonna go like with SpongeBob, because it's not SpongeBob SquarePants behind Ramon. I want to say, or it's Lumberjack. But anyways, as always, let's do here, and that is cover the spread.